and welcome to another episode of Cosme Commentary, where we look to make football fun again. Episode 24 is the New Year's special, and it's pretty much all Premier League this week, because that's the only league that's actually playing. We followed up on Ancelotti and Arteta, looked at a couple of upsets, and had to take a look at Liverpool and just the amazing things that they've done to get to where they are right now so far. Ancelotti, of course, firing a warning, and we finished up with a look at the crazy English holiday fixtures and players that take it to the next level. So, please sit back and enjoy this New Year's special and have a great end to 2019. Coming together once again, we have the awesome force. We have Deke, Abdul, and me and Cos, of course. No throat clear today.
You never know when the throat clear comes. Right. You never know. Today,
this is a we'll call it a post-Boxing Day Christmas special. I don't know what to go with. New Year's special. We'll go with that. Because most leagues in this part of the year do not follow the usual trend of 600 games a week. It's pretty much just the Premier League going on right now. So that's pretty much the focus of today's discussion. And I think we'll start off with a follow-up from last week. We had Ancelotti and Arteta. We were very disappointed. There was this big talk, and neither of them managed their actual games. This week, they got their first game. Arsenal travelled to Bournemouth, and Everton hosted Burnley. And, Ancelotti off to a good start, cause calm as you like.
Well, I expected this.
Yeah.
No, look, they solidified.
Yeah.
They kept a clean sheet.
They've
been struggling to keep clean sheets all season.
They really have.
It goes a long way to helping you win, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so overrated, the clean sheet, but no.
And eventually one of the shots just goes in, so which is pretty much what happened.
That's exactly right, and he's got 3 points.
Yeah. And Burnley basically had nothing in that one. I mean, just going by the highlights, because I obviously didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, Ancelotti is
So we've got a few stats up here.
Yeah, the stats are definitely very Everton weighted.
Very.
He is completely transformed.
21 shots to 6, 0 on target for Burnley.
This is
but
what
only 5 on target.
This is what happens when you get a top manager in your club.
Yeah, well, you just shut him down.
These things happen.
He sits down on the once his bum hits the seat. Suddenly, Everton are just 50% better.
Defensively,
it's partly intimidation as well. There's 2 daddies in the Premier League. Mourinho and now Ancelotti's another daddy.
Okay,
just sitting there.
Both ex-Chelsea managers as well. There's no coincidence there.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
I don't think they really needed to defend, considering they had 67.8 possession.
Well, that's part of defending, though. Like being responsible in possession.
What's the best form of defence? Not letting them have the ball.
That's actually true, and that's how Manchester City literally defend.
Yeah.
But Arteta not so lucky. He could not keep a clean sheet.
Well, that's Arsenal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he was also a bit unlucky because Bournemouth have struggled with a lot of injuries lately. They lost like 5 or 6 of their last 7 games. Like, they had one win.
They're in bad form, yeah.
But they had a few players come back this week. Callum Wilson came back last week. He's a very key striker.
Oh, no, he's a good striker.
And then Harry Wilson was injured too. So both the Wilsons were out. Both of them very key players for them.
You can't win without Wilson.
No. And with both Wilsons, it's just going to be a hard thing. And so they got one back. I think Callum Wilson scored their goal. And but Arsenal got one. It ended up 1-1. Not the start that he wants.
Aubameyang again.
Aubameyang,
bailing them out of jail.
And do you think it's a bit early? I think calls for sacking are already on their way.
Don't worry.
Just
give the Arsenal fans time. They will. I think about maybe 3-4 games into it, they will call for a sack.
Oh, man.
If they lose playing badly,
absolutely,
he's in dangerous territory.
I'm telling you.
I didn't actually watch how they played, but I can't imagine it was. Oh, he didn't have much time, and I feel like he's going to implement some sort of new.
Look, he needs time.
Yeah, he's going to need
a lot of time to fix Arsenal.
I feel like he's not going to get. Yeah. But I could be wrong.
But apparently, though, he has been working towards the last 3 seasons to get this Arsenal job, and he knows the ins and outs of what the problem is with this team. And I think that, I'm confident. I think he will get him to a level where it's much better than what before.
Should that make the Arsenal fans hate him more? That they're like, he's watching them pretty much burn, and
Right.
and he's just sitting back, and he's like, no, I'm just gonna keep watching this, and just I'm gonna come in later on and say.
No, what he was like, he watched them burn. He's like, okay, now watch this. Let me just save you.
Just cracks the fingers.
Just cracks the fingers. Watch this, and he's gonna look one game, but we'll see. A couple games into it, we'll see how.
Where's this guy been all our life? He was watching you from the bushes.
He was setting the fires. He's like an arsonist that sets the fire and then comes in to save the blaze. It's like, look at me, I'm a hero. But,
How did you know where it started? Oh yeah, I'm just a genius.
I've got a nose for these things. Sixth sense.
I gotta ask, when you're building a team, right? Where do you build from?
The back.
I would assume that's where everybody would start, right?
No.
But where...
We've had this discussion, actually.
Well, the
Right.
Italians start at the back.
Yeah.
The English tend to start at the front.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
English just... Everyone go at the ball. They don't start anywhere. They don't have a starting point. There's no
That's
structure.
true.
It's
No, but
just
generally they'll buy a striker or creative mid to just to look good. Creative mid, yeah. If they need a keeper,
they need
they'll buy a keeper. That's what I've seen.
Like those, because it's all in physicality for them. Though it's like all over the pitch. They don't care about any specific position. They just want strong
any
people.
player that makes them look good. That's where they'll start.
The big butch man.
Yeah.
Well,
the Butchman,
right. When we were talking about the international teams, Italy, the Dutch, and their different playing styles and things like that. I mean, the Dutch, they're all about fluid movement. They want everything to just be, going around. Everyone can play every position, whereas the Italians are more about the solidity of a good defense, and that's sort of like the starting point. And then the Spanish, they want the ball to be everyone to be able to play on the ball. Everyone's got to have good ball control, those kind of things. And then you got the Germans. Everyone's got to work hard for the team. So it's all like they're all starting in different places. And some people will look for a particular trait in their players, and then some people, well, I guess that defensive thing comes in too, because they don't just defend at the back; it's everyone. The whole team.
The whole team.
If they've got a player,
they
up
defend
front,
as a unit. Yeah.
Yeah. If there's players up front that aren't pitching in, they're like, "Oh, you not contribute, out," and simple as that.
It's interesting because I hear a lot of people talk about the philosophies of coaches, and I kind of sit there and I'm like, cool. Like, isn't it to score more goals than the other do? That's my basic philosophy. But I think, like, listening to what you were just saying, the way that I used to play in my extremely professional days of dumpster league, I would run and track down everything. Like, I'd most likely be pushed in attack, but I'd come back and defend.
Dick's philosophy was do everything.
And you would fit in the Premier League
even
very well.
if you suck at it.
I'd fit in the Premier League
do everything
on the bench.
He'd fit in the Championship. That's where the English managers are. Because now there's no English managers.
Yeah, sorry.
In the Premier League.
Absolutely.
There's a few, but
No, dude, I will sit on anyone's bench, and I will do it for half the
as
price.
long as you pay me.
I'll do it for half the price that they pay their other bench warmers. That's how good I am as a bench warmer.
You'll still be making a fair amount of money.
I won't forget my friends.
Moving on from that, there were a couple of upsets this week. Firstly, there was Southampton beating Chelsea at Chelsea.
Crazy.
Although I semi-picked it, but I can't claim
Semi's
it.
not all the way.
I can't claim it because it doesn't count if you don't
on
commit. If you don't commit, it didn't happen. If you say, like, I think this could happen, but I'm a bit unsure.
I said that for plenty of teams. I said that for plenty of teams.
You know what Michael's doing right now? He's like the guys who win the lotto and say, I didn't get it this year. And then suddenly he's got like a beamer. He put down like $100,000 on this game and made tons of money. And he's like, I didn't commit to it. Unfortunate, I bought a new house, by the way.
But I got it. I got it. Somebody gave it to me.
Just fell out of the sky.
I mean, coming into this game, I didn't think. What made you think that Southampton even had a chance?
Well, firstly, Southampton have been on a good run. They beat. Although the thing is, they only beat the three teams in the relegation zone. They beat Aston Villa, they beat Norwich, and they beat Watford. Right?
That's what I'm saying. It's not really great.
But the thing is,
no, it's not. It's not impressive.
Yeah,
so,
no,
I mean,
I get that. Yeah. Right? However, Chelsea have.
Who's home with it? Where were they playing?
Chelsea was at home, but Chelsea lost twice at home.
Okay, so you're telling me before the game, Chelsea's at home playing Southampton, who beat Watford. See, the other two teams I already forgot. I don't even need to know. So you're telling me you were confident? You were like not confident. You were like, oh, you know what?
Well,
We've got a chance.
Chelsea it's a lot to do with Chelsea.
Chelsea beat Tottenham the match day prior to this one.
I'm just saying, going in, I wouldn't bet money on them.
Oh no! I was almost ready to put it down. Cole's talked me out of it slightly, but like,
yeah, good reason.
Because I thought there was a better bet. Anyway,
of course it was.
No. On this game, I thought it's more likely. I thought that both teams would score.
Well, I didn't really talk you out of it, did I?
Because you only helped me talk myself out of it.
Well, the thing is, if you had Southampton over 50% to win, that's fine. But if you had them at 30%,
yeah, but it's $7.50, right? Anyway, we won't get too deep into the but Chelsea, right? So obviously they beat Tottenham last week away from home, which was really unexpected.
Yeah.
The week before they lost at home to Bournemouth.
Who?
Chelsea.
1-0.
Yeah.
They didn't score.
It happened.
They lost to Everton away.
Okay.
They beat Aston Villa, but everyone's doing that at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to West Ham as well, 1-0 at home. West Ham, who have basically... Also, by the way, Bournemouth, they've lost basically... Like at that time, they'd lost like their last 5 games before that game.
Okay.
Right? And West Ham had also lost like 7... Like they were winless in their last 10 games before that game. Right? So these are bad teams that beat them 1-0. So what I'm saying is that Chelsea was shut down. Like Chelsea couldn't find a way through, right? And the thing that put me off was that Southampton kept conceding in all the other games. I'm like, look, if they can keep a clean sheet, they'll probably beat Chelsea. But I can't see them keeping a clean sheet. They kept a clean sheet, and Chelsea lost. So and that was after the international break. They lost their mojo.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like because before that they were killing it, right? And then I mean, like. If you look at this sort of form guide, it's like this, like you see this straight line at the top, which is just all of the wins, and then
you
it's
got zigzag.
Yeah, and most of those zigs were in the Champions League, so like it's got nothing to do with the Premier League. It's different competition. But yeah, Chelsea lost 2-0, and they were pretty convincingly beaten as well. The same formula didn't work.
Southampton are very good on the road. They're like a different team.
Well, they've improved as well.
They have improved from the start of the season, but even so,
the 9-0 that's where they've improved from. Like,
that's a good indicator there.
That's the first. That was the.
But even before that, they were better on the road. Like at home, they've struggled this season. But have they improved at home? If they improve at home, they're a decent team.
Well, they have,
which is interesting. They're just a much better team on the road.
Well, it's that that. When you're at home, you got to be the attacker. If you're the attacker, then you can't play on the counter-attack. And, whereas obviously in this game, they could be on the counter-attack. But you're probably not going to be on the counter-attack against Norwich and Villa and Watford. Although those teams just have no idea what to do.
Well, at home, you'd be expected to make some plays and attack.
Yeah.
But the thing
against those teams.
Counter-attack is kind of one of those things where it kind of equalises things, right? Because if you've got a lot of bodies in the box, then it's very hard to break that down, right?
Yeah, that's why counter-attacking can be very effective.
Yeah,
if done well.
So if you're in a situation where that works, then it equalises what might be a chasm in ability. I'm not saying Southampton is bad because I don't watch them, but that might be.
You wouldn't be insulting them. It's not undeserved.
Yeah,
but. You're right. It's. I mean, it just opens up the game. I mean, we've talked about that too before. That if you're, part of beating teams that are sitting back is opening them up, and if you don't have to do that, then you can sit back, and then like, the attacking part is easy. Whereas if they've got people back, you got to be a bit more creative. If you don't have the talent, then it's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, but the only issue is when you drop the goal. If you drop the goal, then
once you fall behind, it's different ball game. Because then they sit back.
Yeah.
Unless they're some super freak team that just does their own thing. But I did want to talk about another upset. United beating Newcastle, and I'm not kidding in saying that this is an upset because
I just want to point out Abdul's face at this.
He's disappointed. Did you watch the highlights? Right?
I did watch.
It was a great, promising start from Newcastle.
It was a great start. We started with the goal.
Long stuff.
That is a positive light
this season.
So first game back.
Well, he first came back. Did you say?
Yeah, well, from injury. That. Yeah.
Was he injured or was he just not?
It was not-
I thought he just wasn't making the team.
Oh well, either way, I'm just
Because
saying.
Shelby was keeping him out. Apparently,
Well,
I was talking to Craig. Apparently, that's what he said.
I
But
thought the man was injured. I didn't look into it, but
either way, yeah, he wasn't playing. Came back.
Came back. First goal, boom.
And his second goal in the Premier League now,
Yeah.
and both against the same team.
I mean, there it is.
He came back just for
Why he
Manchester
was
United.
off the team, I don't know.
Because
but-
they're waiting for Manchester United. Because
Man
he scored
United.
against United, got them the winner last time.
Man
It was a
United,
1-0 win.
they'll probably want to buy him.
Who, Manchester United?
Yeah, just so they can.
No, they're not Chelsea.
Yeah, but just so he can stop scoring against them.
Just,
But it was the first goal, and then after that, it was.
Well, the Man United's goals came from Newcastle mistakes,
Oh.
pretty much.
did you see the third or fourth
the
goal?
back
Oh my
pass?
God.
The back pass. It was the worst back pass I've
Oh.
ever seen.
It looked like a great pass.
It did, but
I mean-
there was just no power on it.
They did 2 or
That-
1. I think they did 2 or 1. I'm not even sure, but it was horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I think one of them was like there was Newcastle and in the middle.
And
to
that
the right.
first goal, I don't know what happened with the keeping.
the keeper
What
got
was
beaten at
that?
the near post.
Yeah.
He had a weak
A week.
a weak hand. So his mistake was that
Well,
he wasn't strong enough.
He wasn't strong
when he
enough,
knocked the
So
ball
there was
away.
no injury to his hand.
No, I'm just saying
Carrying it.
it's what you say when the keeper doesn't like have a solid
Yeah.
hand when
Yeah.
they parry the ball away. Because when you parry the ball away, you got to make sure the ball doesn't
Just
just
solid.
break your
Oh, of course,
wrist.
you
know.
got to move it away from the goals.
and
of course.
and he didn't do that, and it got past him, and he just went past him.
No.
That wasn't De Gea playing as goalie, was it?
No, that's the other goalie.
Okay.
This is the Newcastle goalkeeper.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But
Okay, yeah.
look, the reason I say it's an upset, right, is because Newcastle have been doing all right lately.
Yeah, we've been
they're
doing
actually
well.
undefeated at home.
Yeah, we've been
since,
doing well.
I can't remember. It was like they
Oh,
haven't lost at home since August.
When we playing Old Trafford? No.
But yeah, this
you
was
were
away.
playing Old
This was
Trafford,
away.
Yeah.
So they've been doing really well at home, and away from home they had a couple wins as well.
Yeah.
Um,
No, we've been really doing well. I'm not gonna front.
But
It was disappointing a little bit just to lose 4-1, I guess.
yeah, well, you know what it is. I think it was they were starting to like, oh yeah, we got this, and then
Yeah.
they're starting to get a bit more confident. They're like,
Yeah.
we can get back into this,
Yeah.
Or
like against Man City, because they came back
Right.
from 1-0 down and then 2-1 down.
That's right. So
So they thought, yeah, we did against Man City. Let's do it against Manchester United.
But it was mistakes though. It wasn't even like
Or-
pure.
that's the thing. The United's
Skills.
good. They came from Newcastle errors,
Yeah.
basically. So that's a positive though, because
Yeah,
that can
it
be
is.
fixed.
It
Which
be
can happen in this period as well, because they play
Yeah.
a lot of games at once and they
Players
get
are
a bit
tired.
fatigued.
Yeah.
But Deke, you had an alternative opinion.
We're saying like Man United are game raisers, right? Like they play really well against the top teams. Maybe they're just threatened by Newcastle.
Ooh.
Abdul.
That is a compliment, I
That
gotta
is,
say,
yeah.
and I think
If
that's
that's-
actually
yeah.
a valid compliment because Manchester United, I don't know what it is, but it's just no matter how well they do, no matter who they drew against Liverpool, they beat Manchester City, they beat Tottenham, they
How'd they go against Leicester?
beat Leicester, they beat. I think they smashed Chelsea at the start, but that was their first game. Either way, they're killing all these teams at every point of the season, and you just think like, wow, like they're looking good. Maybe now they're turning it around. Then they play against a team that isn't so, let's just say, forthcoming and aggressive, and they draw or they lose or.
But is it a counter-attacking thing? Like because
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Partially.
those stronger teams, they don't have to break them down, so they're
That's
allowed to
right.
absorb the pressure, and then they can come forward and they can score the goal. Right.
Well,
Whereas with the lower teams, they actually have to make things happen. It's a lot harder to. I mean, if you don't have that momentum to get the energy from it, does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense.
No, well,
that's basically what
it's a
I
common
wanted to say.
theme,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about it often that there's a team that that they do well against the better teams, like a Crystal Palace or something like that, because they can absorb the pressure and then they can sort of hit on the counter attack and do some damage. But when it comes to creating of their own accord, they don't know how to do it. Manchester United, I thought they turned that corner though.
Right.
And I can't remember what the game was. That might have been the Norwich. No, it wasn't the Norwich game, but it was some. There was some game where they beat a team that was semi-defensive, and it looked like okay, like they're doing it. And here's like another example. I'm thinking like, could they have turned a corner? But the last time I thought that, you just look at it. It's consistent throughout the whole season. They're just always beating good teams, looking like they're turning a corner, and then next week they're drawing with Southampton. Or it's just I don't know when it's going to end. But
no one does. You've just got to be patient.
It must be so frustrating as a supporter.
I think I've more things to get frustrated about, but I think they're still going in the right direction. I feel,
but for them, it's at least I would feel like I'd be hopeful, rather than if you're an Arsenal fan. I feel there's no hope
just
there.
full of just.
Well,
disgust.
I think the United fans have trust in their manager and where they've got confidence in where they're going. I think that's what's keeping them sane, basically.
I love it when club legends come in and manage teams.
Yeah, like Duncan Ferguson. Yeah.
Well, do you have a view on this, Abdul, or what do you think of Ole? You think he's going to continue in this vein of
better than Mourinho,
slight improvement?
I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it's only time will tell, right? But at the end, I'm actually more interested in when Pogba just got back, right?
That's true.
So I'm interested in how that dynamic's going to work.
Well, he doesn't seem to have really. Well, I think he's come off the bench a couple of times now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying a couple of games, we'll see. But
people are on his back
already, yeah,
and saying obviously some people, because Ole said something in a press conference that Pogba is one of if not the best all-round midfielder currently going around, and people are saying, "Are you serious? Like, how can you say something like that?" And people forget. He's been injured for how long now? Like. The whole season, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And before that, he was playing under who was before Ole or Mourinho. Wasn't good afterwards.
Well,
when Ole took over, he picked up.
And to be honest, even now, like with Ole, where they're playing Pogba, that's not his preferred position. I feel if they play him in a more advanced role, like closer to the strikers, that's when everyone will start seeing how good Pogba actually is. Because in that position now, he's being held back from what he actually can do, and how damaging he can be. Because he's
a massive threat.
When he was at Juventus, he was scoring goals left, right, and centre. Yeah. He was very good. He can still play where he's playing now, like that sort of defensive mid role or central midfielder role. He does.
I think it's a box to box, isn't it?
Well, if it is box to box, but it's still
like De
not.
Bruyne.
Is it? Well, if that's the case, he still does it well. But I'm saying his best position is close to the goals. Well, because I've seen it. He's very good.
I feel like once he gets fitter, I think he'll do it anyway. Because I feel like because he's playing in a midfield 3, right? They haven't got he's not playing like a holding role, is he? He's just sort of like part of a 2 or a 3 or something. I don't think he's the guy that's deepest. In the game I
saw, I forgot what team they were playing against. This was like 2 games ago.
Yeah,
his passing was incredible.
Yeah.
It reminded me, he played in like the Pirlo position, basically.
It was Watford.
Yeah. It was basically the Pirlo position. His passing was incredible.
Yeah.
So that's where he's playing now, and he does it well. I'm saying he can be more damaging closer to the goals.
I reckon, well, this is just a theory because I didn't get to actually watch him. I don't know the insides of Manchester United, but I imagine that he's coming back up to speed. That's a good place to start, deeper, where you're not really... Because he's still recovering from that injury and stuff like that. So as he gets stronger with his injury, I feel like he's going to start pushing more forward.
Is he? Because he's never... They don't really play him there. They haven't really played him there.
Well, they haven't really played him at all this season because he's been...
No, but even last season, I don't remember him really playing in that position.
He was the box-to-box, wasn't he?
Who was that under, though?
That was Ole.
Ole, yeah.
Okay. Right.
So,
but he was thriving under Ole, and he was still pushing forward. You know what I mean?
He was pushing forward. But I'm saying he should be playing always closer up. But then again, they probably don't have the squad, the personnel to do that.
I guess.
So they've got to fix it. They've got to release him. He's too good to be there.
If you look at midfields, right, especially when you got 3-man midfields, where their official position is sort of, it doesn't really matter. It's about how they interact with their teammates, and you just see one of them naturally going forward.
Yeah,
one of them sort of naturally hiding back.
I get that, but at the moment they're not getting the best out of him.
Yeah,
and he's a very good player.
But last season
So are they getting the best out of any of their players though?
Yeah, I think they're getting.
Well, I think Rashford now is playing much better.
McTominay's killing it.
Yeah,
I feel like
McTominay's he's been good.
Martial.
Yeah, it's that same thing. You need to give them time. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you
Oh
gonna say?
yeah, no. Well, just. I mean, but we won't go too much more on this. We've already done enough. But with Pogba being, say, you said he's not. They're not getting the best out of him.
I don't think they are.
When he started basically playing under Ole, after Mourinho was sacked, then I think he was playing as a box to box, but he was much more of an attacking box to box. He didn't do that much defensive stuff because they just let him loose as a box to box. So he was essentially playing that attacking role.
Yeah.
And he was scoring goals. He was getting assists. He was getting everything. Like he just went like, but he was basically hitting Juve form, hitting Juve numbers. And then, of course, just niggling injuries.
That's his best.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah, you're right. Whatever position he plays.
Yeah, whatever position lets him go forward. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's
and let him get make those secondary runs off the striker who's holding it up for him, kind of thing. And,
that's
like Gerrard.
That's when he's at his best because he's so damaging.
Yeah,
he's just so damaging.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see how that develops and if he sticks around.
But it's a good result for Manchester United anyway. So.
Yeah, it is. It's all this talk about. Yeah, it was a great result for them. Puts them into 7th place.
Not a good result for us though.
Yeah, but you guys are still.
You're in a very good position.
I know we are.
You're 10th.
Expectations versus reality.
You're in a good place right now. 7 wins. You're 25 points, so edging closer and closer to safety. So
you'll take that.
For sure.
Newcastle,
in a really good place.
You take that.
No, for sure.
I think the saddest fate is not to be relegated. The saddest fate is to be perpetually mid-table. Don't you think?
that 10th position is very, very good.
Yeah.
You know what's worse?
Position,
being perpetually on the edge of the relegation zone. That is depressing.
No, but even then you have the elation of not being relegated.
Yeah, like we
but you have that anxiety throughout the entire season.
But then you have the release.
Sorry, Deke, you've never felt this. We have. So it is a very stressful
I was actually thinking more about your crosstown rivals who are down in League One now.
Yeah, but last 3-4 seasons.
You know what team came to mind? Wigan.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Wigan?
Because they had like 3 seasons though. Sunderland had like 7 or 8 where they're just like constantly like that's a lot of
But didn't
anxiety.
Didn't Wigan survive on the last day twice in a row or 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think under Martinez,
and
he was hailed as a genius or something. I don't know.
Imagine going through that. Like that's amazing.
That's stress.
What I'm saying is, if you don't get relegated, you've got something to like somewhat celebrate.
Yeah, of course.
Right? You're like, yes, we didn't get relegated. We're still getting paid. But when it comes to
TV rights, money.
Exactly.
Yes.
But mid-table is just like, all right, boys. We made 8th again, just like we did last year and the year before that.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna do
I see. Yeah, so you're saying it's more inspiring.
Like
more roller coaster.
The worst fate is to be mediocre, right? Because
where are we going? Are we going up or down?
We're staying where we are.
It's boredom.
Anywhere.
It's literally boredom, Duke.
Yeah.
There's nothing
I don't know. It's about improvements.
I can
think
imagine
exactly. But that's,
Tottenham was in the mid, for a long time.
That's
and
true.
then they
That's true.
slowly but surely moved on up. So I guess that's the sort of, when you're in the mid, you want to improve on 9? What do we got? Let's go 7. Let's go 6.
I can imagine the manager of that team saying, "Hey guys, we can make Europa League." Right? No, you come get straight back down here.
But at the end of the season, you have nothing to celebrate. You're just there.
Yeah,
but
like Everton.
Yeah.
Everton are perpetually mid-table.
My God, yeah, that's right.
Mid-table, yeah. A good season for them is like 7th. That's like the highest they hit. And then
but you never
sorry, go.
You never think they're going to get relegated.
No, that's exactly right.
So,
no.
Well, actually, no. They've had some run-ins with relegation.
Really?
Yeah, but no.
David Moyes, when he first came in, actually saved them from relegation.
Well, you got to really go way back.
No, but even so, Deke's right. You think of Everton, they're not going to get relegated.
But that's since that time. Like there was that time with Moyes, and then after that, it's like, they're not going to get relegated.
Their supporters go there.
they suffered that fear once.
But even that season, it's not like Everton, they're gone. It's like, Everton could get relegated.
They survived on the last day, and they survived because other results went their way.
Yeah, but I'm saying no one really. It's not like in Norwich, for example. They're gone. It's like
right.
The focus is like, well, Everton could get relegated.
It's like Newcastle when they first got relegated.
Yeah.
It's like exactly. So he's
people
right.
are like, nah, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
That's even worse because there's no upside. Right? There's no happiness. There's no joy.
But if you survive,
but you get the full stress and pain of your failure.
It's relief if you don't.
It's like it's setting the ceiling just way too high, and then never being able to get there. But you're just constantly like there's just this water pushing you up to the ceiling, and your head just has to stay above that. But
It's like
brutal.
that those two seasons, Sunderland and Leicester. So Leicester, the season before they won the league, they were 20th at Christmas, right?
And not even close.
I don't think any team had survived from Christmas at that stage.
It wasn't that. It was how far away they were from.
And then they're like, all right, let's ride this wave. All right, let's do this. And they basically
it
took them a while.
Let's start winning, boys.
Well,
Let's start winning.
I think it was about February they started really winning, and they ended up in 14th.
Let's just win, boys.
Wow.
Like,
and then let's just keep it going.
With a month to go.
Let's just win the title.
It's the Leicester train.
Thanks, manager.
I think with a month to go, they were like within touch of the relegation zone. By the end of the season, they were 14th. So, like they were like 7 or 8 points clear by the end of the season.
You know what happened at the end of that season? They went to the pub, and Jamie Vardy, who was playing for them, right?
No, they went to Jamie Vardy's house.
Yeah. And Jamie Vardy's like, lads, why don't we just do this all the time?
Why don't we just continue?
And then they threw a massive party in his honour, and they won next year.
And then Ranieri came in and said, "Yes, I agree." No, yeah. Going to the other side of the table now.
We're on a journey.
We have to have the discussion. Speaking of Leicester, actually,
Yeah.
obviously,
Oh no.
Leicester.
No, it's fine.
Oh no.
No, hold on. We talk about Leicester first.
It's fine,
Because Leicester had a tough. They won, was it 7 or 8 in a row?
Leicester.
Yeah, this season. Like, when they were.
They had won. I think it was 9 in a row. I think.
Oh, well, either way, 7, 8, 9.
And Vardy,
It's all the same.
Vardy
They
had
had
scored in
one-
consecutive.
they had
Yeah,
a
Vardy
Leicester
scored in
home-
8.
How long
I think
Yeah.
straight.
1 second. I'm gonna
So I
look
think
at that.
8 wins. Vardy won 8 times. Scored 8 times. I think
Yeah.
Vardy scored through all of those games.
Yeah.
And then he failed to score against Norwich. He got that own goal though, and he created that own goal, but it wasn't his goal, and that's why they didn't win. But yeah, they had to stumble against Norwich. Then they had to play against Manchester City away.
And Liverpool.
Tough game, and then Liverpool. Wolves are going to do the same thing in a couple of days as well. At time of recording, Wolves have not played Man City yet, but they have to play Manchester City. At Wolves, and then they got to play Liverpool 45 hours later.
48 hours later.
45.
Oh, is it 45?
Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, it's ridiculous. But we'll get onto
Nah,
that too.
Well,
Yeah,
keep going.
Leicester hadn't lost at home for a very, very long time. Not in this season.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been very strong at home, Leicester.
very strong in this season, and it's sort of. I mean, I don't know. I think Leicester will sort of need a bit of recovery from this, but they're still 9 points clear of 5th.
If you are a Leicester fan and you're not happy with the last 2 results, you need to just chill out. I mean, seriously, you're in the top 4. You're quite safely there. Just take it. That is just. You guys have never been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Throughout their history, one title, and this is their best time now. Just take it.
Enjoy it.
They're 10 points clear. They're 10 points
No,
clear.
they're
of 5th.
safely in.
Man, the moment where you just...
And they deserve to be there.
When you let go of the title race, that moment when you're just okay, Pep is probably teetering on the point of okay, next year.
I think he's actually... Yeah, I reckon both those teams now...
Is he really?
I think
what?
so.
Because it's not in Pep's character to just give it up.
No, I think Pep... I
think he's
he actually... There was an interview where
Really?
he's we can't really do anything.
Well,
it's up to them.
I think he's basically said unless Liverpool catastrophically fail, we're not going to win the title, and therefore we don't have to worry about the title. We just do our thing. Just keep winning our games.
Yeah, he's right, because theoretically City have to win almost every game and Liverpool have to lose
But
all
now,
their games.
But now I feel like City's playing with a bit of freedom, and they, instead of feeling like we need to win every game, now it's just let's just win every game.
Let's just go out and have fun.
Yeah, but look, City look like this all the time, and then they'll drop points.
Yeah.
Well, if that's
That's what they've
I
done.
know. I think now they've actually relaxed.
You
And
reckon?
now that I think
okay,
that-
all right.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see
with this
tomorrow
game.
morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning will be a great example
Well,
because
the
Well,
last
yeah.
few performances have been supreme.
No, they have.
Yeah.
They have, but this is what
they've
they
done
do.
that. Yeah,
They-
they've done that.
actually,
And then they've
no,
got
but
points.
it's like the De Bruyne show, though.
Yeah.
De Bruyne's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's been
Is it De
unbelievable.
Bruyne or De Bruyne? Because let's be real, De Bruyne sounds a lot sexier.
I think it's De Bruyne,
yeah, that sounds
De
awesome.
Bruyne. Yeah, we'll go with De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Yeah.
But they've done really well. But I have to do this, and the two people across from the room.
Yeah.
So Deke sitting next to me, Cousin Abdul on the other side.
Yeah.
They're cringing right now.
We are.
Liverpool.
We are. We
They
just
knew
have
the
to-
hammer was coming to the anvil.
They are amazing this season. I have not said that before.
I've got to admit, cause
You've been saying that.
Look, I was chatting to you this morning, and I
Yes.
did say Liverpool are a fantastic team. Because what I saw this morning, they're almost perfect. Actually, I would say they are perfect. The way they played this morning, they were perfect.
Was anybody here?
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that because it's true.
Was anybody here expecting a bit of lethargy from coming back from Qatar?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I thought, all right, this is
Bro.
pen down. If we get a draw, this is a good result.
Yeah, I was leading up to the game. That's how I was thinking.
You're a bit
and-
silent, Deke.
Yeah.
What's your take?
um,
What were you thinking this morning before the game?
before the game, I was just thinking it's.
I mean, about the game, not whatever you were thinking before.
Well,
You know, what am I having for breakfast today?
lasagna.
Oh my god, you mentioned lasagna. I have had so much lasagna the last 3 days. It's been Christmas time in an Italian family. I've had so much.
I'm so
And I'm going to
jealous.
eat more
By the
tomorrow.
way. No,
Yeah.
this is seriously. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
I had lasagna on Christmas Day.
Oh, you are unbelievable.
I had lasagna.
Yeah,
I
well, look,
don't know.
it's the Italian
Oh.
Somalian thing. It's
Right,
yeah.
right.
I asked
There's a
for lasagna
connection.
on
There's a
Christmas.
connection,
That's
brother.
as close as I got.
No, Dad said had lasagna. Mum cooked lasagna.
All right. Before we
So you guys had lasagna and I had croissants. Cool.
and I thought about lasagna.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, there you go.
moving back to, I mean, a nice try to get away from Liverpool, but yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
We tried it. We tried it.
But
I was thinking it could
yeah.
be a banana peel. That was what I was thinking.
Oh,
I
it could be
wasn't-
banana peel, yeah.
Yeah, like I wasn't thinking. I was thinking if they show up and they hammer them.
Yeah.
But it could be a banana peel.
Yeah. I think Liverpool must have thought this could be banana peel, and they're like, let's just make sure we don't slip on this one.
It was like a village of small children, but they got the wrong message somehow. They rocked up with RoboCop fully loaded, and it was just a massacre.
It's like this was the wrong village.
just Anakin Skywalker.
But
But I will say this though, their chemistry is through the roof.
Yeah, they're an incredible
and
team.
the funniest thing about that is both Mane and Salah, the two best
Yeah, they
scorers,
were.
they were way off in this game.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was
they were.
watching.
You know,
I was watching. They squandered so. It was so wasteful. You were watching
Liverpool,
it.
It's
It's
like
like
typical, actually, lately.
it's really funny. It's like they were so wasteful. They won 4-0. What the hell happened?
Well,
they
I'll
didn't
tell
score
you-
the goals.
Well, I'll tell you what, Firmino's on fire.
Firmino,
he's
oh,
on
he's
fire.
on fire.
Dude, he's looking.
And that Club World Cup
and
inspired
also,
him.
who needs strikers when you got fullbacks?
Oh,
I've never
nice.
seen a team that have fullbacks just as good as their strikers.
I think,
to score that is
but
amazing.
I think Robertson is kind of like he's more defensive minded than Robertson, right?
And then Alexander.
Hold on. Robertson is more defensive minded than Alexander Arnold.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you said
Robertson is not more defensive minded than Robertson.
Yeah. Robertson is more
Is
defensive
it-
minded,
is
and he also has that fight to
He
him.
did it again, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He did it again. but-
Robertson has like that tenacity. He has that grit. Like there was this-
We're talking
Are
about
they-
the Scott now.
But are they
The
more?
Scott-
the
okay,
Scott,
okay,
Robertson,
Robertson,
yeah.
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 But are they more? Is he more defensive minded, or is he just? It looks like he is because
I think actually his character, like,
Yeah.
he has more. He's a fighting Scotsman. You know what I mean?
Well, Trent
Scotsman.
Alexander-Arnold is a bit.
Oh,
Someone else will deal with it.
no, he's gone to another level this season.
No, but
At the
he's-
start of the season, I thought
Are we talking about Robertson or
Alexander-Arnold.
Alexander-Arnold?
Trent. I'm talking
Okay,
about Trent.
Trent. We'll call him Trent.
Trent,
Okay.
because at the start I had them as pretty much level, but this season Trent's gone to another level. He's crossing and his passing is incredible.
Well, his attacking has always been better,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Robertson's
Defending
defense
has
has
always
been
been
better.
because
yeah,
you get,
that's fair. That's fair.
when I see
Which
Robertson,
is no good for fantasy points.
when I see Robertson tracking back, I'm just like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Like you see Van Dijk, Robertson at the back,
Yeah,
and whoever the other guy is tagging along for defense.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're good.
No.
And you see Alexander Arnold going forward, we're like, yeah, it's gonna be a goal.
Let's hope we don't lose the ball.
to bring up a point that Robertson's more defensive, right? I saw a stat on ESPN, funnily enough, and it said the most assists in the Premier League from the last two seasons. Trent's on 20, Robertson's on 16.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so
Yeah, well, last season
Those
they
two-
were basically
36
tied.
assists from the fullbacks. That is crazy.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they've been insane, and last season they were I think 3 and 4 in the Premier League assist list. So
Yeah, that's where they are.
That's how Liverpool play. You know, they
yeah,
get their thing through the width. They get the fullbacks to go forward, and the midfielders sort of take care of the defensive stuff. So that's why people are like, oh, they got Henderson and Wijnaldum and whoever Milner in midfield.
Yeah, well, that's the safety net, because if someone slips, then you got coverage.
Well,
that's why
the way I look at it is you got the two kids running amok on the sides, and you have the three babysitters in the middle.
Yeah, they're all old and experienced. But
they took who did they take off for Milner?
Keita.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Keita's like tuck it out, running after these young blighters. All right, Milner, get on there. Oh, but I have to go be a dad, Milner.
But onto this game, right? with this game, right? Liverpool, at the start, they had like 2 clear-cut chances in the first 60 seconds, and I just thought, oh, it's one of those games. Wow, they're really switched on. They better put away one of these chances, because this is going to come back and bite us.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. And eventually, Firmino, they got their goal in the first half. Leicester did not have a single shot on target. They had 3 shots
were not.
in the entire game. And in the second half, 1-0 lead, I'm like, my dad was just saying, no, I don't trust this Leicester. They do hit and runs all the time. No, okay. This isn't. We need a second goal. We need a second goal. Eventually, Milner got the penalty, and I would have been happy for him to have saved it, because he would have gotten me fantasy points. But I'll take the goal, and because Schmeichel's my keeper. Anyway, then they in 2 minutes.
This is really so. You want it all, don't you?
Yeah, I do want it all.
Unbelievable.
I do want it all, but I was happy with all that stuff. And then I thought, great, they got the second goal. I'm just gonna go do some stuff, because we had this outing plan today. I'll just fix it up. 5 minutes later, like I'm on my way back. My dad's like, yes, 4. I'm like, what? They just scored the second. What are you talking about? And it's 4-0. So within 6.5 minutes, I think they scored those 3 goals.
Yeah,
ridiculous. And I mean, Liverpool haven't pummeled a team this season at all.
Not like that.
Well, I don't think they've pummeled anyone.
No, I think this was their best game of the season.
Cosme was disgusted. He's like, it's supposed to be 1-0 and then 2-0 at 80 minutes, and then you shut the game down.
No, that's not Italy. That's
right.
I'm okay. Yeah. This is a cultural thing.
Okay,
cool. It's very specific.
I don't think we have any Italians in our team. They just don't understand.
So whenever
somebody
does,
would you? I mean, they don't play this system.
So whenever somebody does that, are you like, this is cultural appropriation? How dare you win 2-0 in the?
No, I appreciate it, because it's like you're taking this
spread the
without
spreading the message, isn't it?
Without getting political, I really like the way Italy play. If other teams do it, then great.
Yeah, it's like a religion. You want to spread the word. You want to make it. Just take over all of Europe.
Because I got to tell you, this is my dirty little secret. I had a moment.
Really? Yeah.
I was watching Liverpool and I said, I think these guys might win the league.
What an epiphany.
They might just do it, and I hated it. As soon as I thought I hated it, because everybody I believe in fails me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're going to lose. They're definitely going to lose.
So you're tipping a collapse.
Van Dijk's going to break his leg. Alexander Arnold will find Jesus.
And the splinters.
Robertson will get into a fight in a bar, be put in jail for a year.
And the splinters from Van Dijk's broken leg will go into Alexander Arnold's eye, and he won't be able to see again.
It's all going to go to heck.
You reckon Salah and Mane will get that fight going that they threatened earlier in the season?
It will be a punch on the pitch. Why don't you pass to me, bro? Why don't you pass to me? Because you suck. And then just punch on.
And the knife comes out. How did you keep that?
I've been keeping it in here for 3 years.
Waiting for this moment. But
it's going to happen.
No, but
the collapse, man. It's going to come. That train's never late. January, February.
But look, honestly, the like I said, I thought they were going to come back from Qatar. Going to be a bit, we just won, competition. They did not miss a beat, and if anything, I think they got like new energy from that winning the World Cup.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, because that game in Qatar, that was very, very.
It's hot.
It was hot. It was a tough
extra time.
It was a tough game. They really worked hard to get that win. You'd think they'd be fatigued,
and there wasn't that much turnaround.
And they had to fly back.
Yeah. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Well, I'm not suggesting they are, that they are on cocaine.
But it makes sense.
But that recovery, you got to question how quick they could recover. Yeah.
But no, Klopp's got them.
That's a joke.
I like where you're going. I like where you're going.
Just in case.
No, I like where you're going with it.
I'm not suggesting they're on drugs.
Test them. Every single one.
100%.
Abdul. We're not going to help you not get relegated. So, like, this, you don't have a dog in this fight. So don't worry about it.
He just doesn't like Liverpool.
I don't like Liverpool, so Man City. Let's go, Man City.
Okay.
Dude, Man City is the most vanilla. Actually, no, that's an insult to vanilla ice
You
cream.
literally were praising De
They're so
Bruyne.
bland.
So
They're bland.
They're bland.
they're not bland. They're exciting to watch.
No, they are very exciting.
No,
to
but
watch.
It's lovely.
they're
Football.
bland. They're like.
You know,
You're like that's
I
great.
thought-
They're great players, but like,
I think Arsenal's pretty bland.
yeah, so is Man City.
Either way, forget about
I don't know
Manchester.
what you mean.
Forget about
Bland.
Manchester City.
Anyway,
Forget about Leicester. We're looking at
Yeah.
a new to blue team this year, and it's not Chelsea.
what is it?
Ancelotti is coming for Liverpool.
Oh, 4 months.
Yeah, see,
4 months. He said 4 months.
and this is music to my ears.
Well, they're playing in January.
They are playing in January in the FA Cup,
FA Cup.
and he
that's
has
right.
issued a warning
Oh,
that he knows how to beat them.
okay.
He specialises in beating Liverpool.
Oh,
So, look, obviously he's talking it up a little bit.
Yeah,
He's
of
trying
course.
to. The rivalry's there. He's trying to bring it out, and
He did it
Get
with a
it-
smirk, didn't he?
he loves it. He loves it. He's trying to get the fans behind
he's
him,
like,
and
this,
you know,
this
like,
stupid
make an
English
impression.
media. They eat everything.
but you know, he,
And they also eat everything I say up.
well, when it's Ancelotti speaking, you eat it, and where was it? That was unbelievable.
No,
Just
January they're going to play.
I believe it was lasagna. Yeah.
Lasagna's
So
unbelievable.
I've
They're
completely
gonna play-
thrown you off
when-
now. Anyway,
lasagna's
Ancelotti talking
When?
about beating Liverpool.
when is he going to play? When are they playing?
They're playing 9th of January, I think.
9th of
in
January.
You know
yeah,
the funny thing
I'm going
is,
to circle that.
the thing is, if like Liverpool go like as invincibles, they don't drop a game, and then they lose against Everton, win the title, Everton will still celebrate like it's
Oh, yeah.
But for them,
I would.
yeah, for them, that's,
I
that's
would.
the that's
and
the
that's
thing.
what I was talking about. Mediocrity is the saddest thing. Because you shouldn't be celebrating that.
Unless they win the FA Cup after that. But
Yeah,
That
would be great.
I thought of something, but it's a bit off topic. But the Rome derby is kind of like that because Roma and Lazio never win the league, so that match is their match.
No, but that's different, right?
Why is that
Because
different?
they're at the same level.
They're at the same level, but they'll never.
Everton is not at Liverpool's level.
But they'll never win the. No, well, they're not always at the same level every
Yeah.
season. But
It's like
it's saying that they never win anything, or like they hardly
Yeah.
win. So like that match is more important than winning
That's
the league.
their final.
Yeah.
Every they have a two-legged game between each other during the season.
Yeah,
see for me, what you just described is like two mates who like practice and
Oh,
then
they're
they
not-
go to the
they're-
bar.
It's like
No, not
they're
really,
not.
but
They're not mates.
so like Federer and Wawrinka,
yeah, like they
except Federer's weight.
yeah. Well, Federer and Wawrinka were comparable in skill.
Anyway.
But then with Everton and Liverpool, it's like, how do you say? Everton is like, I've been training for 1,000 years to defeat you, and then Liverpool's like, I don't think of you at all.
I think about this every night. Well, I can't remember the last night I actually.
New phone, who dis?
that was so savage, Deke. I love it. But yeah, back to Ancelotti. He's getting the fans behind, and he does specialise in beating Liverpool.
He does.
I mean, he's done it in the Champions League, but more recently against Napoli.
Yeah.
Oh.
They struggled to
with
beat
Napoli.
Well, with Napoli, yeah,
Yeah.
where Liverpool played, they struggled to beat them. So,
Well, they're the only team this season that has
yeah,
beaten Liverpool,
yeah,
not including the League Cup, because that's
that's not
beating an
You
actual
can't-
Liverpool team.
Yeah.
Like
Who won in the League Cup?
Aston Villa 5-0
Oh,
against
wow. So
against
they do beat a team.
Yeah.
The under 23.
Yeah,
half the under 23s, half the under 19s. You know.
Come on, boys, let's go have a game. Stop, they're already dead.
It was brutal. Abdul is not impressed.
So, Abdul, are you hoping Everton will
I really am.
after
That's the
after all this?
After all this
go nuts?
Well, that is the FA Cup.
chunk, I'm definitely. You know what? I can't wait.
I don't think
I'm circling
Liverpool's
that game.
got the focus for that one, but the FA Cup is played on the weekend, so they shouldn't have any excuses really to not field a full team for that. Both teams. So and Liverpool do have to play Everton as well at. I can't even remember if it's home or away anymore because they played them recently. And Ancelotti will get two bites at the cherry. So he gets to play him in the FA Cup. Then if that doesn't work out, gets to play him in the league. And but the first game was a good start, and he's just yes, started well with the media, hasn't he? So
Well, he's getting the fans behind him. They're saying things they want to hear. So,
yeah,
yeah.
and the media.
Well, I mean,
Smart
what do you
man.
have to say? You just go out there, I hate Liverpool, and then you leave. Because they don't expect anything.
That's right.
Exactly.
He actually went off the... Like, he
Good
went out
pep
there,
talk.
we're going to be a top 4 team. Like, the manager was just like, stop, get this man off
I think
air.
he has actually said that. So.
No, he
Well,
did.
Everton.
He did, yeah.
Not that there will be a top 4 team, but they will be aiming to be a top 4 team. Like,
Oh, in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. But,
he's-
Oh, not this season, no.
it's
Yeah,
like by the
like
end of my
cricket.
contract, I expect us to be in top 4.
well, it's good to have high standards, high goals. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to aim somewhere, and they got
But-
good players. But
In this league, it's very hard to do.
But Ancelotti is the man. Like, if somebody understands,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be Ancelotti.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, you've got everybody's. You've got Jose Mourinho, you've got Klopp, you've got
Pep.
so many teams that you've got so many teams that are consistently improving. It's
But
like we will be top 4,
Oh,
unless one of those other guys are top 4.
yeah, that's a good statement
Yeah,
to make.
exactly.
Well, if the top 4, the main top 4, aren't in the top 4, then we'll be the top 4.
We're going to consistently improve every year. What do you think we're doing? Fishing?
Oh, that's what I thought, but you know, or whatever floats your boats. But just to give a bit of context, Liverpool also have history beating Ancelotti, Istanbul final,
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
So
that's
probably
that's,
that was
but
Ancelotti.
that's an anomaly.
and then
It's
but
3-0
then
3-0
Ancelotti
down.
got him back 2 years later. So
Yeah.
yeah. In what?
well, 2000, the Champions League final.
Oh, really? So
Yeah,
they won,
it was
so
a
he
repeat of the Champions League final.
Oh, damn! Oh, well,
So,
good for
yeah.
him.
But yeah, I mean, anyway, that was he. That's probably why he's got so much experience with beating them. He's like, this is not happening again. Okay,
Well, that was the
my
atti-
team is not losing.
At the
to
time, that
Liverpool.
was the attitude of the Milan team. It was like, how the hell did we lose that game? And we're not letting them beat us again.
They still have nightmares about that.
Yeah.
That would be one of the...
Pirlo wrote in his book, I still say, I can't say the words. because I'd be swearing. But it's like, yeah, he's not over it. He's like, he still cannot fathom how they lost that game.
You know what's crazy? I struggle to think of a player that doesn't have regrets. Lionel Messi had a chance to score against Germany in that World Cup. He would still think about that.
Deke, I'll tell you one player who does not have regrets.
Balotelli.
Mario Balotelli.
Well, he's not done yet, but he might regret that his kick into the crowd wasn't accurate enough, and he didn't hit that fan in the face. But
Yeah, but that's not real.
but that's just down. Like,
that's
I'll go
tri-
back to the training
that's-
grounds
that's
and I'll work
trivial.
on it, and
That's-
I'll come back and be stronger.
That's trivial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe Pele. Maybe Pele wouldn't have regrets.
Yeah.
Pele will just say that
I don't
I
know
wish
about-
I was as good as I tell people that I am. But moving on from that, he talks himself up so much. He's just the biggest.
Because
Anyway.
he is. He's one of the
I
best.
wanted to finish up this week, and of course, just the 2019 with the mention of the crazy England holiday fixtures. The reason why there's no other leagues going on at the moment is because most leagues have a winter break.
Well, they actually believe in Christmas with the family and stuff, and actually, like football's work, and then family time is family
so do
time.
English, but
Yeah.
soccer players aren't people, so they don't need to have Christmas with their
Mate,
families.
Yeah, that's the
this
difference.
is the holiday for English people.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
have to go home to the wife.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
being.
okay.
That is a joke. I love women. That is a
No,
joke.
we get what you're saying. I understand perfectly. And,
I don't know. I kind of believe it. Nah.
There's a lot of cynicism in English humour, but anyway, from the one English dude I talked to.
But Leicester and Wolves copping at the worst this season. They have, I think, less than 48 hours. Both those teams have less than 48 hours between their games, which
That's
is
crazy.
should
that's
be
crazy.
in the Human Rights Charter. As
is it?
I said, it should be in the Human Rights.
Right under waterboarding, just like right
Having teams play.
waterboarding, no doing anything, any evil sort of killing, and no fixtures
No
in
terrorism,
48
no
hours.
fixtures.
Genocide.
Right, just right under there in war crimes, section 1AB.
Having to play 2 football matches within
Hitler,
professional.
English Premier League.
Stalin at the bottom.
Stalin is below English Premier League.
Yeah.
But no, seriously,
That is a joke. I don't mean to offend Russian
It is a
people.
joke, yeah.
Yes.
It's a
Defend
joke.
Russia, yes. Stalin was
Look,
just as
it's
terrible
It's a joke.
as all the other ones.
I'm telling you, if you're taking this seriously, if whoever's listening, it's a joke.
But
Don't listen again.
Oh damn!
moving on
I've had enough.
from
If you
terrible,
really think that this is serious, I mean, that just
moving on from supervillains of the past.
go and seek help. I need help.
All right, we're done with the
I'm actually
supervillains.
saying this out of I'm genuinely concerned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I
keep
share
going.
his concerns, honestly.
Don't be a supervillain.
Yeah,
Anyway,
keep going.
this is it's this I don't know how hard can it be to schedule a fixture to be, if a team's playing on one day, their next fixture gets played more than 48 hours later. I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, and they don't even get Christmas or anything like that.
Well,
They're training on Christmas Day. That's pretty
Well,
bad.
look, I mean,
How much are they getting paid, by the way?
at the
I'd
end,
be pretty happy to play soccer.
How much are they getting paid?
at
That's
the
all
end-
I'm saying,
At
bro.
the end of the day, you can complain all
Cry me
you
a
like.
river.
They can complain all they like, but at the end of the day, this is England. This is what they do.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's their
It's
culture.
like America with guns.
It's their culture.
No, actually, America
Suck it
plays
up.
sports in Christmas.
They do it too.
They do as well.
NBA Christmas. Yeah,
They inherited that from England.
basketball. Well, maybe.
Dude,
Well, there you
every
go.
job
So-
has drawbacks. Office workers have like crushing boredom, and then labor workers have to do labor, and then
Football players
retail-
have to train during Christmas.
Exactly, retail workers have to deal with animals.
That's what
That's
footballers
apt.
are. They're
That is very
retailers.
apt. And look, this is what you get into. If you go to England, you have to play through Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year.
and you
To
signed the
be,
contract.
fair, to be fair, though, I can't
And
think of...
every other winter break that all the other the leagues are
I
having.
mean, I understand if managers foreign managers that go to England, they're not used to this, so they this is a bit weird or whatever. But you know what you're getting yourself into. You go to England, that's what you got to do.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Yeah, that's it. Do your-
Warning:
100%.
must play during Christmas break.
100%. Do your
Alright,
research.
yeah.
100%.
Not like that guy, the Danish...
Look over the contract.
It's like you know those toys that you
these
need batteries
players,
to
they-
operate. And
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
there's those toys that need batteries to operate.
Yeah.
And then it says, warning, batteries not included. It's like, warning, winter break not included. So this is, you will
That's
not
it.
rest the
Yeah.
entire year.
Batteries not included. Exactly right. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get your own batteries, basically.
That's
And
right.
then during a World Cup year, isn't that played during the 2 months off?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
that is during the
Yeah,
so
the
the
next
summer
World Cup
break.
is going to be during the winter. So
Man, that's
Well,
brutality.
your Euros is next year anyway, so that'll be during the
the winter.
the
That's
off-season,
just
yeah.
brutal.
that's the off season.
off season. Yeah.
That's
They just don't
crazy.
have a break, unless you're like Milner.
So that's
and Vardy
incentive
and
not
you
to
just
be good
retired.
enough to play international.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to play Champions League, man. I don't want to work hard. I want to get paid to kick a ball and then go home to my wife.
Pay millions of dollars.
Well, that's just the thing, right? It's like we can't get these players to go. That's why we pay you so much, so you can have two squads, so you can play two different teams in each of those fixtures, and you're good.
That's right.
Then you don't have to worry about fatigue. You'll be
But
fine.
Also, like, the thing about money, like, there is a certain point to where money will make you happy. And
Okay.
then, like, then it's just shiny your cars.
Apparently, it's a good amount of here in Australia. It would be $80,000.
Yeah, $80,000. Anything more is like you're...
It's like the sufficient people are happy.
yeah, yeah.
Anything more is just
80,000,
$80,000.
not bad. Yeah, well,
Obviously, let's not include tax
But I
Yeah.
do,
I'm talking about a
whenever,
good
oh yeah, so you're
80,000.
getting like 60.
Because 80 is like what 10 grand, 20 grand less.
whenever somebody says money can't buy you happiness, I say I would rather cry in a Mercedes than cry in a bicycle.
Straight up.
You mean a cardboard box? No, but just God, no,
Has there been
continue
any issues?
yourself.
Like, has there people like? Is this an actual thing where people or other players really complaining about
yeah.
it? Also, yeah, okay. So
Well, the managers definitely. I know. Well, Brendan Rodgers from Leicester. He's British,
British.
so he should really.
which
know.
fair enough because 48 hours after you gotta.
Yeah, and Wolves. Nuno. What is it? Espirito
Espirito
Sanchez.
Santo. Yeah.
Santos.
Can you say that one more time?
No, Espirito Santo. Yeah.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
One more time. No, but he was complaining as well because they had 45 hours. That's so they play on 8 p.m. So that's 45 hours between kickoffs, by the way. So if you count the kickoff, like by the time they're done, it's
Yeah.
like 42, 41 hours. Like by the time they get home, it's like 40 hours basically.
crazy.
To sleep twice. Probably, I don't know, do some sort of warm down or something, and maybe see their families.
They'd have to do some sort of recovery session in their
No,
training.
dude,
Well,
just put them in a cryogenic chamber,
Wolves-
dude. Like, what else can you do?
Wolves got
Yeah.
Christmas Day to spend with their families, just the whole day.
Did they?
Yeah, because they're playing the
Oh, yeah,
27th,
so that's true.
so they're not playing on actual Boxing Day. So he's like, well, that's the only benefit, but this is ridiculous. I think he would have used the word BS, but I don't think he knows that word. So
I think I remember watching a Ronaldo thing where Ronaldo, they said like, oh no, it was a guy talking about what he did. So he comes home,
killed the guy,
and sucked the powers out of his body. No, when he lands, like, doesn't matter what time it is, he goes straight to the academy. And then he does like his ice bath, all his recovery stuff, everything, like consummate professional, right? And I'm wondering, like, why doesn't everybody do that?
If everybody did that, they'll be at his level. So that's why nobody does it. You know what I mean? In terms of
out of respect, they don't do it.
He found the way. Let him be Ronaldo for a few more years.
You get to a level like these guys, for example. Like, I'm not talking for everyone, obviously, but if I, for example, went to the level of Premier League, whatever. I'm just going to do bare minimum just to stay in the league. That's it. I'm paying good money. Okay? Because it's effort. It's effort, isn't it? Like,
so
to
you're
get to
saying
your level.
It's effort and time.
Yeah.
So you're saying Everton tables an offer, slides a contract across you. Liverpool tables an offer, slides a contract across you.
Mm-hmm.
You look at both of them, you're like, Liverpool looks like work.
No.
And I look good in blue.
No. I would do it. I'll take the money. I'll take Liverpool.
What if they offer you
But
less?
if you're saying... Huh? What did you say?
What if they offer you less to play at Liverpool? They're like, look, if you want to play at Liverpool, you got to do it for less money.
Depends on what it is. What age am I at? You know what I mean? It's all about variables. But I will
okay.
say this
You're
real
taking
quick.
it
If I was
seriously.
young,
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
So you're
I'm
young,
up
you're
and
a
coming
young
20,
lad,
you know.
17, 20 years old. All right.
I'm taking the money.
See, look,
I'm taking the money. Everton, where you at?
if I was being offered,
But if you're telling me to do extra work like Ronaldo, go step off a plane, go straight to an academy, I don't think so. If I'm scoring goals, that's all you need.
What if they...
Why am I doing extra?
see, but that's the thing. Like I
don't want to be one of the best.
I
just want to do my job.
It sounds like...
There's a different
that
level.
literally doesn't make sense to me. I don't
How?
understand how people can look at other people that are better than them and be like, you know what?
It is time.
Why?
I'm okay with that.
I'm happy at my level. I'm happy here.
Yeah,
No,
because it's work.
It is time that they could spend elsewhere with their families or the other sort
Screw
of
their
thing.
families,
Well,
man. You
well-
got the family after you.
So clearly you got the
I'll-
mindset. You want to be one of the greatest. That's a different
I just
mindset.
want to pour some water on the fire, all right? I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with you know, because when it gets to a point where it's work, like you say, it's work.
You
right?
made the
If
league.
You're, not
You're in the
enjoying it-
league now.
If you're not enjoying it, right, why go the extra mile?
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on what makes you enjoy it.
If you're
Yeah.
enjoying it more,
Yeah.
then you'll probably work harder.
Like Ronaldo, his enjoyment is, I want to be one of the greatest to ever
it's
play.
the point.
No,
People-
Ronaldo, like, okay, I'm
No,
not
I'm
sure.
saying he's-
But I think like some people.
Yeah,
No, he's not doing that work just to be chilling. Like,
People get driven.
be chilling.
People are driven by different
Ronaldo, I
things.
do not chill.
You know.
yeah.
He literally doesn't. He invited
I
a
go off
teammate.
places.
He invited a teammate over,
Yeah.
and the teammate's like, "Oh, this is great. I'm going to share some, like time with Ronaldo."
He's like doing weights and stuff.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
literally.
it's-
Like they had a training session and they trained hard.
Who wants to do
And
that?
then they- and then they went. He went to have dinner with like chicken and broccoli, and then he's like, "Do you want to go play football?" Oh no, they went and swam. He was like, beating him and swimming, and at the end of it, he was just like, "Look, man, I'm never coming to your house again."
So, Deke, you tell me, bro. Hey, Ronaldo, you can keep that.
I would go to his house every night until I died. Right? I'm either becoming that good or I'm dead.
But okay,
There's nothing.
think about it this way.
I'm-
No, think about it this
I'm
way.
like, have you got something in your bed, bro? Is there something you're doing when you're sleeping?
But think about it this
I
way.
wanna
No, real
know.
quick. Think about it this way. Okay?
Oh, bro.
Think about it this way.
Bro, after all that weights, broccoli and chicken,
I know
and probably a small portion as well. I'd be like,
that he made himself, not even a chef. But anyway,
oh no, you'd have a shit.
I know.
Yeah,
But what?
yeah.
What a waste of a
Or
chef.
got one of his sons to make it for him.
All I'm saying is, think about it, right?
Imagine
Real
how
quick.
hungry you'd be after that. Just broccoli and chicken, no more.
Hey, a lot of broccoli. Let the man.
Sorry,
swim.
No, 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 I'm
After
saying,
that,
no,
you
no,
go-
it's all
after
good.
that, you go swimming.
Yeah, but real quick though. Like, think about it. You have made it. Okay, you like work. First of all, you've done work from way back, right? Say you're 25 years old. You've already done since you were 10. Now you're taking the richness. Now you're like, okay, I'm cashing in.
You're bullying.
I'm cashing in from my hard work. You're gonna go to Ronaldo's house and do even more of that? That reminds you of back in the day. You're getting paid 25 million, say pounds, or whatever, and
That's a good deal.
yeah, whatever. Even 10, 5.
It's just 10 or 5.
You know what?
Yeah.
Well,
You got told to score goals. That's your job. Guess what you've been doing? You've been scoring goals. I'm not doing extra.
Now, this is like
I'm
doing
not
overtime.
doing extra.
This is like doing overtime and not being paid for it.
Not being faithful. Well, why?
Yeah, see, the thing...
There's a
Just so you
bonus
can
in
be
your
one of the
contract.
greatest? What for?
There's a bonus in your contract for every day you go to Ronaldo's house. You get an extra 10 grand.
and it's extra, like it's more than what you're getting paid already weekly. It's like actually, what I'm getting paid $10,000 to play. That's nothing. Yeah, but if you trade at Ronaldo's, you get $300,000 a week. Sure, that sounds great. I'll do that. And after 2 weeks, he's finding. Did I have a contract escape clause? Like, is there a way out of this?
Straight up.
You know what? I think I might have to fire my chef. I
where's
can't
the
do this
back
anymore.
No, but this is...
You already made it, bro.
Yeah,
You've made it as a professional
Well,
level where it's like
I have an
the
infatuation.
percentage is very low. You've already done the work.
Yeah.
And now you want to do more work.
Yeah.
I'm good.
see, the
Only
thing-
if you're enjoying it.
I have
Yeah,
an-
exactly. I'm
That's
saying.
it.
I have an
yeah.
infatuation with greatness.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
I
you
see
go.
that. I definitely see.
So like,
But yeah, I was going to say, like, and Abdul brings, the contrast between Abdul and Ronaldo.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about players are thinking
No,
right
well,
now.
Hold on. Just
No,
to make Abdul not look so bad. This whole time, I'm just thinking... No, because everyone's like, hang on, he's like, oh, Abdul doesn't care and Ronaldo wants to do great
Okay,
things,
fine.
blah,
The
blah, blah.
comparison between me and Ronaldo, just
Yeah.
whatever. We're
Yeah,
all the
whatever,
same
yeah.
in this room.
I was going to say, I'm just thinking this whole time of Aussie and Deke saying, hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, okay, let's go. And then we go to the gym.
Exactly.
And then they do all that stuff.
Exactly. Who want to do that, man?
And then
I
Aussie
want to
gets,
eat.
and then Aussie gets home and he says, and he calls up Deke and he's like, hey man, look, I had fun today, but next time you want to hang out, just come to my place. I'm not going with you next time. It's just,
That's exactly
doing
right.
that,
dude,
bro.
the funny thing
I'm
is,
not doing
I
that.
actually took Ozzy to the gym
I know.
today.
Yeah. How
He's
did
like,
that go?
I don't ever do this.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's a different thing, man.
It's like, I've done everything. I know how to do everything you show me. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
But
Well, if Aussie went to
I
Ronaldo's
thought
house,
we
he
were
would
going
go
to hang
the,
out.
if Aussie went to Ronaldo's house, he'd go the extra mile. to
No, he
make
would
Ronaldo-
not. He would hate him.
Oh no, that,
Surely
he'd
the
hate him
bomb.
after it. But
no, I think if you are the sum of the company you keep, right? So if,
Oh, absolutely.
if you're around greatness that much, eventually you'll be like, you know what? Maybe 50 sit-ups.
I don't know about all that.
Like,
I don't know about all that.
I
No,
think
but
you
that's the
might
thing.
find-
What I was
You got
gonna-
teammates. Ronaldo, he's got teammates. They're around greatness, but they don't do half the work he does.
That's true.
I
That's
reckon
what
it
I think.
rubs
I
off.
think
It's got to rub off.
it
No,
rubs
it's
off on
not.
some. It would rub off on some, but
I feel like
everyone,
you may have stepped
everyone
up.
is different. Everyone is driven by
No,
different
he's
things. Everyone has different goals, and everyone's thinking differently.
That's right.
Ronaldo's obviously focused on being the best player in the world for as long as he can. That's all he's thinking about.
That's right.
Other players have different goals, different objectives in their
That's
lives. They see football as just a job, basically,
Yeah.
or something like that.
So they're like now.
That's where Abdul's point comes. Is like you've made it. That's it. I'm done.
That's
I don't
it,
need
yeah.
to do anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that's-
As long
that's
as you
it.
do your job, like if you
Yeah.
do your job well enough, where you're staying in the team, you're good. Why do
Yeah.
more than that?
And you know, like you meeting your own like standards. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
if
Like
you're
you're
having
doing well. No, you're ticking the boxes. You're doing
Yeah,
well
yeah.
enough. You scored 10 goals.
That's it. If you're ticking the boxes,
You're ticking the boxes.
that you made for you.
Yeah. So
Good.
at the end of the day, you're good. But if you're saying to me, you're gonna get paid $1 million, and Ronaldo's making this much, I gotta work as hard as I'm good, man.
And on that note, I think that's a good place to wrap up this therapy session.
Oh, thank God.
As that?
I need a break.
Thank you, Deke, once again for coming down. It's the last one that Deke will be for a while.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
appreciate
Yeah,
it. We
three in a row.
appreciate your
Yeah.
presence, Steve. So-
Thank you.
3 in a row, that's pretty good.
Real Madrid, 3 in a row.
Oh god.
And thank you again, Abdul, for making, like I said, speedy recovery back from Japan. Just to
It's good
come
to be
record
here,
for us
man.
again. I
It's
mean,
good to be. I'm still on holiday mode, but
yeah,
it's good to be back.
yeah. This
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
see, Abdul does feel passionate about this. That's why he goes the extra mile
Oh,
for
yeah.
the commentary comes down.
I'm here, man. I'm always here.
All the way from Japan.
When you see how good we are, I mean, people just come.
And
Yeah.
Cos,
Yeah.
good work again.
Yeah.
Making
And-
football great again.
Yeah, making football great again.
We should do another shout out. We should do the shout out to your number one fan.
Shout out to the number one fan. Shout out to Gosha and Ozzy, who we sort of ripped into a little bit here, but I'm sure
He'll be fine.
He'll enjoy it.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He
And
loves it.
and also a shout out
The
to
man.
to all the other fans who listen to us, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you are.
But make yourself known, you'll get a shout out.
Yes, make yourself known and we'll, definitely give you a shout
Unless
out.
there's like 5 million of you, then
You can do that on YouTube or on Podbean. And I'm trying to get the other things going, but I'll get there. But until then, have a happy new year, have a safe new year. I hope 2020 is great for you. So thank you all for listening, and we will speak to you next year.
See you guys. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye.
Happy New Year.